Hello guys, I came back with the DPM chart that I promised, and first off, I'd like to start off, DPM chart isn't that important. It really matters on what you enjoy playing and how good you are with the character. If you understand your character very well, even though it has a very low DPM like Bishop, you might be able to take down a lot more bosses faster than the other jobs. Okay, so just keep this in mind, and I did not calculate this myself. This thing was made by Mori from a site called Insoya. He's an amazing guy, Mori. He always updates us with information on the DPM of all the jobs after every patch. And before we continue on, I'd like to explain the percentage next to the names of the jobs. So Bishop, the lowest DPM, is at 100%, so he's the standard. And these numbers just explain how stronger they are compared to a Bishop. So Demon Slayer is about 1.6 times stronger than a Bishop is. And jobs that depend on the amount of time given for them to DPS are calculated at 85%. Ignite, Hologram, Hunting Unit will affect DPM by adding 50%. Cannoneers DPM is calculated with every single BHG cannonball only hitting the target for 5 seconds. So what this means is, when he shoots a cannonball, you know how you can control the boss so that it gets hit by the cannonball for the longest time possible? Well, this is calculated only by 5 seconds. So keep that in mind. Nightlord's DPM is calculated with 2 bonus lines from his spread throw. Blaster is calculated with no cancels. So if you're good with canceling, your DPM could be way up. Nightwalker's Mercedes and Wild Hunter's bugs are implemented in this chart. Demon Avenger was removed from the chart because of the difficulty of comparing of its DPM to other jobs at the moment. Blaze Wizard's DPM is calculated assuming Orbital Flame hits 1,250 times a minute. So guys, just keep that in mind. Now let's continue on. Right now, number 1 is Demon Slayer because of his 5th job skill. It's way too strong. I mean, to be honest, it's not... okay, so it's really strong, but without it, he's really weak. So when you die or you have any problems, or you use it on the wrong time, then bye-bye DPM. So keep that in mind. But when you can keep the buff going, then you are a monster. The Demon Slayer is really strong compared to other jobs. The next is Kaiser. Well, Kaiser is really good at the moment as well, from what I've heard. There are 2 parties that beat Lucid at the moment, and both parties had Kaisers in it. So I'm guessing he's good. Next is Kinesis. Kinesis is like he was always high in the DPM chart, but he's a job that depends how good you are with him. The controls, the micromanaging, the surroundings, because he has so many skills you have to pay attention to. So yeah, I just like to skip Kinesis all the time because he's really hard to play. Next is Soul Master. Soul Master is being reviewed as a really good job right now. I don't know exactly what was done to him other than adding the 5th job skill, and I heard it's like something like a cancel or some way they modified a movement skill, and now he's more fluent in the air. That's what I heard. Next is Nightlord. His 5th job skill is pretty good, really good, awesome, amazing. Spread throw, the only bad thing is you have to be really close to your enemy to get as much spread throw hits as possible. But this DPM is calculated only with 2 bonus lines, so keep that in mind. So you can do potentially more damage, I think. Next is Cannon Shooter, Cannoneer. Now Cannoneer is number 6, and that's only calculating 5-second hit from BHG Cannonball. So bosses like Pierre, Von, Chaos Blood Queen, where you can get your cannonball to hit for a long time, your DPM is off the chart. So just keep that in mind. He has the potential to be way higher up, although he's already high up. Next is Fire Poison. He's good. He was always good. Let's skip that. His 5th job skill is very good as well. Hero 2-hand. Now hero is a job that is looked down at all times. It doesn't matter if his DPM is high. His training sucks. His range sucks. You know, his utility sucks. So although his DPM is high, he'll always be looked down upon. Next is Aaron. You know, Aaron is a OP class, great training, great utility. You know, he's amazing. A lot of people love him. You know, like 50% of Maple Story population is Aaron. So, although his fifth job skill is kind of lame, he's always gonna be strong. That's just the way he is. Next up is Dark Knight. Now Dark Knight's getting nerfed today at tomorrow in exactly 6 hours from when I'm making this video. So, yep, his spear is going to be nerfed again. But you know, he's really good. Dark Knight was always good as well. Next is Battle Mage. Now Battle Mage, although he's high up in the list, I would like to put him lower because you know his range is his range is shorter than Buccaneers. Okay, and you have to use teleport as an attacking skill. Okay, if you're really good with his controls, then you know maybe he deserves that spot. But as with a person that sucks with controls like me, I can never play him effectively. Next is Windbreaker or Wind Archer. Wind Archer, I played him before and I truly dislike him. Not because he's weak, you know, he's strong, but because you cannot move while you're using your hurricane attack, and that is really annoying in my opinion. You know, as a person that used hurricane, rapid fire, you know, it's really frustrating sometimes. But yeah, he's strong. Next is Thunderbreaker, and this is with the Shark Sweep and the Annihilation combo, nothing else. Now Thunderbreaker is always good, but I don't know why, but no one plays him. He's good, but no one plays him. That's all. Next is Blaster. Once again, no canceling. So if you're fluent with his canceling, then you know you can be way higher up in the list. Next is Evan. Evan was always good as well. Angelic Buster, this kind of surprised me. You know, higher up on the list than I expected. I have no idea of what she is, so I cannot explain to you guys why she deserves this spot. Next is Flame Wizard. You know, the Flame Wizard was actually like #1 on the list a couple weeks ago from what I've seen, because his 5th job skill is really good. But right now Flame Wizard is number 17 in the list, still up pretty high up there. And as you guys can see, Blaze Wizard's DPM is calculated assuming Orbital Flame hits 1,250 times a minute. So keep that in mind. Next is Mihail, Royal Guard excluded. I have no idea what his skills are, so just letting you guys know he's number 18. Next is Captain, my baby, Corsair. Now I could talk about this job forever, but I'm just gonna say I'm happy with his spot, because you know, for a couple months ago he was way down there with Bishop. So I'm really glad he's pretty high up in the list. Number 19, which is like almost exactly the middle. So I'm really happy. You know, I'm satisfied with where the Corsair is. Next is Nightwalker. Now Nightwalker, as I've commented before, Nightwalker, Mercedes, and Wild Hunter's bugs are implemented in this chart. So when the bugs are fixed, you know, their DPS might go way up. Who knows? Next is Zero. Yeah, Zero. He's recently got a buff where the Zero has a lot of skills because of Beta, Zero. You know, he's a 2 character. So trying to upgrade their core gemstones were a pain. But Nexon recently buffed them, so the cores are more packed, I guess, with more skills. So you know, they might go more up on the list. Next is Mercedes. Once again, Mercedes bug, and I can never play Mercedes. I'm sorry. I didn't even raise him as a late character because it's so annoying. I'm sorry, guys. Next is the Buccaneer. I was pretty surprised Buccaneer zip in this is pretty high. I mean, not high anymore, you know, but you know, as long as it's over 130%, damage compared to a Bishop, then I say it's high. And Buccaneer, although it's pretty high up there, I like to rate him lower because of his low range and no utility, no form of utility, no surviving skills other than a short dash that has a cooldown when you accidentally press it too early and cancel something. It was so annoying when I played him because although I waited before to use it so it doesn't gain a cooldown, it does. I don't know if it was a bug or whatever. I don't know if it still exists, but it's so annoying. So Viper, super short range, just yeah. But it was still pretty fun, I'll be honest. Next is Mechanic. Mechanic, the god job, god class for training once you have strong stat attack range. So Nexus Sniper, I don't know what this number represents. I'm guessing it's the distance because I know Sniper becomes stronger the further away the enemy is. Next is Ice Lightning. Although I seen Ice Lightning way higher up on the list, but right now Ice and Lightning is getting a lot of popularity because of how strong he is compared to his utility, because his utility is amazing. Like his he has the longest bind skill in the game, and etc. Great training too. Next is Dual Blader, no comment. Luminous, no comment. And then Shade at number 29. Although Shade has a relatively low DPM compared to a lot of the other jobs above him, his utility is godlike. He has a bind skill. He can split, doing tons of damage. He can ignore status effects. Shade is just amazing. Even though he is number 29 on the list, he might be able to defeat Chaos Vellum much faster than anyone else above him because of how easy it is for him to DPS. Next is Zenon. I don't know anything about him. I'm sorry, guys. And then is Wild Hunter. No comment either. But Wild Hunter, this is the bug implemented, so it could be higher up if the bugs are fixed. Next is Paladin. Paladin. He was good a long time ago. He was called Godladin here in KMS because of how OP he was at that time. Tanky, strong, he had everything. But now, he's poop. Next is Shadower. Yep, I don't know what happened to him. He's way down there. And then Bowmaster, expected from the Bowmaster. And then is a Phantom. The Phantom used to be really good, but a lot of people, hated, criticized, and he's too OP. He can steal skills. He has all the utility, so why even give him damage? So Nexon just nerfed the hell out of him, and now he's as strong as a Bishop. And now I think people are complaining way too much that Phantom is way too weak, so they might buff him soon, but no one knows. And then is Bishop. The best support character in the game. Well, anyways, that's about it, guys. I'm sorry for my lack of information to explain to you guys in more detail, because I don't have much time to actually study all the jobs. I'm a soldier. I work in the army, the Korean army, and I don't have all the time in the world. I wish I do, but well, that's it, guys. I'm gonna continuously upload videos of bossing videos from as much job as I can find, so stay tuned.